better. Hey Aquarius, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel, part 2. So this is part 2 to the reading we've just done. If you haven't watched part 1, please head over to part 1 first. It will make much more sense because we're about to go into that reading with the crossing influences basically around that reading. And let's do this. Let's just jump straight in. I'm just going to pull the cards of your crossing energy. What is influencing you? Quite interesting, the first one. And I feel like that wants to be with that one. This one. Okay. Interestingly, this first card is the Sun, which is the crossing energy from the Hanged Man to the Two of Wands reverse. Instantly when I first saw it, it feels like there is something around an aspect of your love life, which is what's influencing this, because I was drawn straight to our hearts and it felt like there's like kind of fire there. So I feel like it is dynamics within a relationship, a love life that may be influencing. But it feels like whatever it is, it's what is kind of keeping you in this stagnant energy. Again, it feels like you had everything but it just wasn't enough. In that kind of dynamic, it feels like it's this Sun energy, a passion towards wanting the best. And I feel like what you've had wasn't the best and what you want is the best. So you're wanting to move away from something to move forward to something. However, you're just in this kind of dynamic. And sometimes when we've had everything, we think, what if this is the best we can have? This is the energy here. So I feel like what's influencing is you feel like you can have everything you can and more. However, you're like, but I've had it. What if that was the best I can? This is what's influencing this kind of energy where we're hanging from a tree and just going to let everything just kind of sway around us. Let the storm happen behind you and just not face it. And then moving on to that kind of contemplation around what you've had and where you're going. I got that vibe of being great loving feelings here and loving emotions, so it makes me think that there's a dynamic here where there is someone involved and perhaps it's moving away from a relationship, moving into a new one. That kind of dynamic here which makes sense with the vibes that I'm getting on the table. And yeah, what is influencing you from that stagnant to this kind of full of good feelings? It is the final, it's the Ten of Swords. It's the ending of something bad and the beginning of something new. You really do have to close something. So it's closing a chapter, moving into the new. The Ten of Swords is kind of it can be a hard card to get. It can be like where we have literally had enough. We've taken enough of something that we feel depleted. We feel like, you have all 10 swords digging in you that you can't possibly take any more pain. And this kind of feels like that's coming to an end for you. Ten of Swords is a great card which signals the end of something and the beginning of something new. And that is the energy I'm getting here, because I do get this kind of more contemplating reflection, kind of in that kind of negative way, towards then this Knight of Cups is giving me positive energy, the complete opposite. And I really do get this dynamic of to and fro, of you really juggling with that. And yeah, that makes sense for me, that Ten of Swords energy. And I do feel something is flourishing, like coming from that negative is something flourishing among it. So perhaps while you were going through bad, you built up something good. And this is what, because it does feel like an ending and a beginning, which typically, I mean, it can be. And that's what I'm getting from it anyway. Okay. King of Swords reversed and King of Wands first and King of Swords energy, both reversed. What is influencing that cross of energy? We have the Eight of Cups. So this is a shift and a change. You're shifting from something. Now I want to say you're shifting from one thing to another. That is what this feels like for me. You are literally shifting, and it does feel like it's going to bring you abundance. By abundance, I mean as in what you're hoping to come, the outcome to be. I feel like you're moving towards that, but you do have to take the steps. I'm pretty sure I was saying this to you last month about taking steps. So I am very I'm not very optimistic of whether you're going to listen, Aquarius. It does say over here you shall, but we shall wait and see, because you didn't listen last month. Perhaps. Sorry, I'm not scolding you, but it's kind of funny. But yeah, I'm getting this sense of like the favorable outcome. The Eight of Cups is very much like kind of changing, and to me I get maneuvering things around, changing aspects of stuff. It really does feel like it's not as much with this King of Wands energy moving into for this to and fro. I feel like you need to change the way something is with that card. Okay, so the crossing energy from the King of Swords reverse, which felt very much whether you're choosing between duty and honor, or what your heart wants, what you want really, rather than what kind of you're pressured to do out of duty. And that Seven of Cups, feeling like you kind of, I want to say it like this, as in wanting things to go sweeter this time around, like the same things but different, I don't know. But it definitely, I get this dynamic of so much unsureties and to and fro with something. I'm getting kind of a cute vibe from this. This is Page of Pentacles, and I'm picking her up reverse. And the first thing I notice is the face on this woman. She is looking adorable, and I feel like this is an energy of like, actually, I can actually get. So if there's two people involved, gender we do not attach to cards, so this can be male or female, whatever your preference is, and this can be friendships as well if your dynamic is not relationship involved, but I'm getting people within a dynamic. This is adorable. This is sweet in her own way, but she feels more fierce. I feel like these are two different people. These are what you're toing and froing on. And I feel like, to me, the Page of Pentacles is the person that you're moving towards, is what you want. I do feel like both of them are giving you dynamics, which is creating friction for you, so this is why you're in this situation. Now, to me, she feels sweet, he feels sweet, whichever way, and I feel like that one's promising you all that you want. Like the Page of Pentacles is all about, you know, talent, money, kind of prospering, moving into something, learning something new, and I feel like she's all that for you, that option. The other one gave you, like, she is Two of Wands. She's giving you the promise of partnership, of having, and she feels like she is more routine, more in charge of things. She can take control, she can keep you in the straight and narrow, and that kind of personality. This one feels like she's independent in her own right. I mean, they both feel very independent. This one feels like what she wants to offer you is partnership, is kind of building something together, and this person's, it's kind of more exciting. This person's offering you a whole lot more beyond that, is what it feels like. Even though they both have a lot to offer, and both sides feel like they're appealing, because like I feel like the Two of Wands energy is giving you stability and partnership. The Page of Pentacles, I do feel like this person has a lot to offer, but you don't know, it doesn't feel secure, because this is new. That's comfortable. This one feels like, you know, it has the possibilities to be grounding and kind of being really, it's Page of Pentacles, so it can be really profitable in all areas, not just financially. It's kind of like as in our abundance and all that we desire, because abundance is basically whatever we put value on, and that's what the Page of Pentacles feels like to me. It's exciting at the possibilities, but again, there's no security there that was with the Two of Wands, because I feel like what is there is already kind of it already exists. The Page of Pentacles is something that could exist, that individual person. Okay, let's move on to the next. So we had this saying goodbye energy of the Page of Wands. It's like you need to let go of something in order to move forward. And I feel like whether the second person comes forward or not, it does depend on how you kind of deal with that situation, I feel. And this is the Four of Swords. So I definitely feel the energy that's influencing this is you are feeling vulnerable, and you feeling like, you know, you're feeling exactly how it is, and that you are the one that has to take all of the brunt of this, but it's because it's your situation. Like, other people are aspects of this situation, but this is your situation you're in. and you're feeling that. I'm getting this sense of, you want to run and hide. And I do feel like there's healing here to be done around this situation. You can't just, you're not just going to go from one thing to another, which is why we've got this taking it slow vibe. And the Four of Cups the Four of Swords even, is taking it easy. It's allowing ourselves to come into a place where we feel that we are more whole in making a decision. And I definitely feel like that's where you're at with it. And this is going to help you. So by taking it easy and taking your time and being more casual is what I want to say, actually. Less loud. Try and ease yourself into things. I definitely feel like that's a tactic if you're letting go of something. It feels do it gently letting go. I don't feel any ripping band-aids off and letting go and pushing someone away. It feels like as in do this gradually, do it in a way which is gentle and soothing for all involved. That's kind of a vibe I'm getting, weirdly. Okay, Six of Pentacles. The energy coming from that to this Five of Pentacles. This is a fear. So you're going from 6 to 5 as well. So there's this kind of dynamic. 5 is a change and a shift in something, but to me it represented your fear. With that Six of Pentacles being a good thing to the fear, it's like an anxiety. You have Knight of Pentacles, which is the crossing energy influencing you. So the Knight of Pentacles, he's all about prosperities and benefits. I feel like maybe your fear is like things are going so good for you, they can't have the potential to go so good for you. You really are fearing that it won't. And I think the more better things go, the worse your anxiety is. I feel like it's that kind of feeling of repeating old patterns and going through the same things. And I feel like you're done with that. You don't want that. It's not where you are in your life right now, because you want to be riding. And I have this horse here. We had that in the Archangel Michael cards. I poked them ones away so I can see the deck underneath as I'm doing this reading. And I feel like we had that horse of the you have options ahead, or more options, whatever that options card was. Take your time. The horse to me represents that as in just trotting along rather than galloping ahead. So I do definitely feel that, again, here towards all that we're desiring and be able to reap the rewards is by plodding along. Definitely, but you need to take action. I feel like you feel like you're plodding along, but you're not, because you're not actually moving. That's what it feels like for me. This King of Pentacles, again, you've got so many reverse kings. You are not in this king energy. Get in this king energy. You are the one that can. It is the Magician. Your actions, all that you have learnt, your wisdom, your insight is what's going to get you to this Knight of Wands and push you forward. And the Magician and the Knight together, to me, is again, you are the only one who can push yourself forward, who can get you into the state to be prepared, to take action. You have all the power is what I feel here. So even though, again, there's other people and other influences, you are the one that is literally, this is your situation. I feel like I'm in your show right now, in this dynamic, and you are literally the center of attention within it. So you have all the power here. So use your insights and your skills to make sure you get the outcome that you are wanting. Going from that Knight of Wands energy to the Six of Wands energy, you have the Knight of Swords. I'm pretty sure, you have the Knight of Swords reversed. So here, he's coming more upright to me. This is how I'm seeing this. So this is progress. This is good. Towards the end of April, I'm definitely seeing to be better for you. And I definitely feel that this is something by the end of April you should be tackling, facing. It's putting down your sword and kind of so the Knight of Swords is all about highs and lows and ups and downs. I feel like you need to be ready to face what you face, but don't face it with your sword up. So don't be aggressive, don't get defensive. Go in it with a level head so that you can accept that there's going to be emotions coming at you and tension. But I do get this sense of once you ride this wave, once you get through this, that on the other side is when you're going to come into your own. I am going to pull one Archangel Michael card to you. You're on the right path. So keep that. You've had you're on the right path throughout both part 1 and part 2. This card actually came out for you on both cards. So remember, you are on the right path. Stay with it. Stay the course. Make sure you are seeing to your crops and, you know, growing what you need to grow. Don't be growing no weeds. Thank you very much, Aquarius. Again, some feedback on part 1 and part 2 if you are liking this dynamic would be great. I don't know whether to continue it or not because there's a lot of videos in one go, but if you love it, I will continue. Thank you very much, guys. I will see you next month.